Super Typhoon Sinlaku as it impacts the Mariana Islands and Guam on Monday, April 13, 2026. The beast in the Western Pacific, Super Typhoon Sinlaku puts Guam and the Marianas on highest AlertHAGոտ냐, Guam, April 13, 2026. As night falls over the Western Pacific, the roar of the ocean has been replaced by the scream of high-velocity winds. Super Typhoon Sinlaku, currently the most powerful storm on the planet for 2026, is barreling through the Mariana Islands. With the force of a high-end Category 5 storm, Sinlaku has triggered an island-wide lockdown on Guam and forced the neighboring islands of Saipan and Tinian into the direct line of a catastrophic eye-wall passage. Condition of Readiness 1. Total lockdown at 4 p.m. Chamorro Standard Time on Monday. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and Rear Admiral Brett Meadus officially placed Guam and its military installations in Condition of Readiness 1, CR1. Under CR1, the highest level of emergency preparedness, all residents are strictly ordered to remain indoors. Destructive winds are imminent, and movement outside, whether on foot or in vehicles, is prohibited for all but emergency responders. This is an atmospheric buzzsaw, meteorologists have warned. While a slight northward shift in the track over the last 24 hours has decreased the likelihood of a direct eyewall hit on Guam, the island remains squarely within the storm's massive wind field. Meteorological profile: the 180 miles per hour monster Super Typhoon Sinlaku has defied early models with what scientists call explosive intensification. Over the weekend, the system lurched from a Category 1 typhoon to a Category 5 monster in just over 30 hours. Current storm statistics: as of Monday evening, maximum sustained winds 180 miles per hour, approximate 290 kilometers per hour, gusts exceeding 210 mph, central pressure 896 bar, an extremely intense low pressure system, location roughly 290 miles east-southeast of Guam, moving northwest at 9 miles per hour. The National Weather Service, NWS, tie-in office describes Sinlaku as having atmospheric perfection, a symmetrical, expanding wind field where hurricane-force winds extend up to 120 miles from the center. Impact on Guam: a rain and surge event. While the center of the storm is projected to pass near or over Tinian and Saipan, Guam is bracing for a punishing sideswipe. Winds: residents can expect an extended period of tropical storm force winds, 39 to 73 miles per hour, starting Monday night and lasting through Wednesday. There is still a potential for damaging gusts reaching typhoon strength if the track wobbles back south. Rainfall: meteorologists are tracking 15 to 20 inches of rainfall. The ground, already saturated from previous showers, is at high risk for flash floods and mudslides, particularly in the central and southern mountainous regions of the island. Seas: a high surf warning is in effect. Breaking waves of 10 to 15 feet are battering Guam's eastern reefs, while 15 to 25-foot waves are expected in the northern Mariana Islands. Casualty prevention and public safety: as of this hour, there have been no confirmed fatalities. This is due to the aggressive early warnings and the activation of emergency shelters. The government of Guam opened emergency shelters at several elementary schools across the island. By Monday evening, hundreds of residents whose homes were deemed substandard, primarily wood and tin structures, had relocated to these concrete havens. Medical readiness: the Guam Memorial Hospital, GMHA, and Guam Regional Medical City, GRMC, have suspended visiting hours. GMHA has begun accepting expectant mothers, 36+ weeks or 24+ weeks for high risk, for intake to ensure they are safe during the height of the storm. Potential economic losses and damage: though the all-clear CR4 has not yet been given, early economic models suggest that Sinlaku could result in hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. Utilities: the Guam Power Authority, GP, has warned of potential island-wide outages as winds exceed 50 miles per hour, which makes it unsafe for crews to maintain the plants. Agriculture: In the northern parts of the island, local farmers are bracing for total crop losses as heavy rains and wind tear through banana and papaya groves. Tourism. The Antonio B. 1 Pat International Airport has seen dozens of flight cancellations, stranding tourists and halting the island's primary economic engine, Saipan and Tinian, the direct hit zone while Guam prepares for a sideswipe. The islands of Saipan and Tinian are bracing for a much more violent encounter. Meteorologists warning of an extremely dangerous direct hit, storm surge, significant coastal flooding of 3 to 7 feet is possible for Saipan, which could inundate coastal roads and hotels. Destruction. With the eye wall potentially crossing directly over these islands, the potential for catastrophic structural damage is high-end. Federal support and looking ahead. Governor Leon Guerrero has already requested a pre-landfall emergency disaster declaration from the White House, which would unlock federal resources from FEMA before the worst of the damage occurs.